So today we're beginning to put together Eli's Jungle Gym, and I ordered it and received it in 4 large boxes plus there's a slide, or 3 large boxes plus a slide. And this Jungle Gym weighed over 700 pounds. It was about 750 pounds. It was incredibly heavy. You can see me struggling a bit to get it back there by myself. Pinky was a lot of help holding the camera though. She was really there with me. And these are the various kits. I'm laying it out. There were thousands of components, thousands and thousands of components. And you can see me laying out some of the wood. I couldn't believe they got so much stuff in the boxes. And you can see me just kind of figuring out how in the world I'm going to lay this so I can find these various pieces, following the instructions. And it's a big job. And as you get into it, you can get an idea of the order of magnitude we're looking at. But the hardware, the nuts and bolts, there's like 4,000 nuts and bolts and countless pieces of various playground equipment that goes on this thing. I was really impressed and pretty overwhelmed, as you can just see the various different components. Some of these little bags had 600-700 different screws in them. Some of them only had 1 or 2. And then you can get an idea of the other pieces, the swing set components, the chains, the climbing wall components. There's a whole lot here. A very impressive kit, very impressive quality, all kinds of cool stuff. And then we're going to put our swing set Jungle Gym anchored right here. This will be one corner. So we've looked at the yard. We figured out this was the shadiest spot where it'll actually be level. It may not look perfectly level, but I've measured it out, and where it's going to sit will be perfectly level.
And then
This is it. And the next step is building. I'm going to start putting it together.
yes, you can do that. Jungle Gym, here we go.
Hey, so we've spent about 3 hours putting this together today, and the big accomplishment is we got the frame for the swing completed, and we've got one side of the frame for the Jungle Gym completed. Folks, this is why I got married. So I had somebody to do all the heavy lifting for me. So one of the key construction tips is making sure everything is level. You don't want this swing set tipping over. Okay folks, this is what we finished today. About 7 hours of work. This is the stairwell going up to the, his little fort. This is a rope climbing wall. So there'll be a rope suspended and he'll be able to climb up the rope up this wall. This will be a rope ladder that he can climb up in addition to the rope wall. So, and right here is where the slide will be. This is the climbing wall. So you can see that it's ready to climb. It's extra wide. So you can see the climbing wall that's part of the swing set. That's one of the reasons we bought it, because it's extra wide. Eli will have a great time putting it all together. And then you can get an overall idea of the progress that was made that day. It's starting to shape up and really look like something. You can see where the swing is going to go and all the boards in place. A really high quality wood and high quality everything. Now you can see how we've got the swings ready to go, and the various roof pieces as we're getting those things prepped and all fired up. So after this was put together, we begin the staining process, and the unit is required to be stained to maintain the warranty. And we put a nice natural cedar stain on the cedar wood. Pinky likes to refer to this as furniture finish, and it really does look like furniture. So the stain's got that glossy furniture look. It looks like a bedroom suit more than an actual swing set. It's really, really, really pretty. A lot of work, several hours to stain this thing and put 2 coats on. Okay, so today we just finished staining, and we stained this because even though it comes with a light red stain on it, it says you need to stain and or seal as soon as it's built. And the reason for it is to protect the wood, and you got to do it about every 3 or 4 years. So we put a nice natural cedar stain and sealant on it, and it took a few hours to put it on and paint. So finally, we're putting on the various swings and the hardware onto the Jungle Gym to try to complete this up. Right there, you can see me putting on the actual chains for the swings. So cool. This is a 360-degree web swing that's pretty awesome that Eli's using. We're putting together a rope ladder with the various boards, which I also stained. Very cool. You know, you can climb this ladder as you go up and ring a bell that we put in at the top here. So lots of cool stuff. And then the roof that goes on the unit. So after I got all the hardware in place, we put on a nice roof, black roof. And this is a climbing wall, a rope climbing wall that the kids can pull themselves up on. So he's got a regular climbing wall, a rope climbing wall, a rope ladder. So much stuff. This is his telescope that he can spy out, so he can envision that he's on a pirate ship or up on a castle. And then we are putting in the final touches, which is this cool 8-foot wavy slide. So lots and lots of fun. So one of Pinky's favorite features are these incredibly sturdy handles. It's really safe for the kids to be able to pull themselves up. So guys, this is the final view of the completed unit. This unit took me 30 hours to assemble and stain. And I did almost all of it by myself, minus some heavy lifting from Pinky. You can get an aerial view here. Overall cost was about $2,100 for all the materials, the kits. So it was not the cheapest that you can find, but certainly affordable. All the labor was free, and I had all the tools.
What is your recommendation?
So I strongly recommend this unit. It was pretty cool. So the lumber was incredibly thick. I didn't have any splitting. The hardware was appropriate. It's really great. So my recommendations, a big thumbs up. I would definitely move ahead and buy this again. So thanks everyone for watching.